So, welcome to our Achievers Talk. And right now, I have Karthik Sharma with me. Karthik has secured All India rank 11 in CLAT. Karthik is from Punjab, and he was Career Launcher Classroom Program online classroom program for he joined Career Launcher online classroom program in class 11. So basically, LSP SPAN student. Welcome, Karthik.
Thank you so much, sir.
And first and foremost, a very big congratulations to you on this huge success, All India rank 11. Did you ever expect that you will perform so well, or what? I mean, what was the reaction after the result came out?
Actually, sir, to be honest, it's a very actually childish thing to say, but we all like to imagine certain things that will happen to us in life. And I had imagined that, yeah, how will that moment, look like when the result will come? But at that moment, a certain kind of doubt also rises in your mind that whether that thing will happen or not. But yeah, when I received the result, it was, I mean, for a few seconds, you just don't understand that what has happened, and
Right,
slowly that feeling starts sinking in. You become happy seeing your parents, your
right.
family members, and gradually that thing ultimately sinks in that yes, you have achieved that thing. So it was all in all a very great experience, a great moment.
And what was the reaction of family?
uh, Actually, my family had more belief in me than I had. So they were like, okay, you would be able to do that. And when the results came, all were very happy. We were hugging each other. And it was all in all a very poignant moment for all of us.
Right. So such moments are I mean, they will remain with you forever. I'm
Yes, sir,
sure.
absolutely.
And Karthik, this year the CLAT exam, I mean, the particular general knowledge section was a bit weird. So when you were attempting the exam, were you under any kind of pressure when you saw GK section, or for you it was a normal paper on expected lines?
Actually, sir, on the day of the exam, the moment from which I woke up, I had decided that, okay, today I have to maintain a very, positive and calm attitude, that I had prepared myself that obviously something surprising or an unexpected element, as you had mentioned in one of your videos, that be prepared for the unexpected. And so I was preparing myself, but the only point was that I didn't know what was going to happen. And in the exam, just when the 2 o'clock rang, I was just flipping through the paper, and when I was just going through the GK section for a glance, I noticed that something was wrong, because I
Okay.
was expecting the phrases like Israel, Palestine, Afghanistan, budget, and I thought that, yeah, I can't see anything like that. So I knew that at moment that something unexpected has certainly come up in the GK section. But obviously at that moment, it was not in my best interest that I would start fretting over what has happened. So I thought, okay, we will deal with GK when it will come. So I went with my usual order of sections only. Like I started with logical, and then one reading section, one non-reading section. So I went like that. But obviously, yeah, I had to maintain my calm. Otherwise, I would have spoiled my exam at that moment.
All right. Let us go back to when you started your preparation. We
Yes, sir.
talked about the actual day, how you performed on that day. Let us go back to how it all started. You took PCM in class 11th, and the usual course of action then is engineering, particularly in the
Yes, sir.
smaller cities.
Yes, sir.
So what made you, what prompted you to opt for law as a career? How did it start?
So when I was of a young age, I didn't know of any other thing. I knew only two things. There were engineering and you can be a doctor. Like we all know that in childhood we only know two things.
Right.
So I was not attracted by the term doctor itself. I mean, no offense to anybody, but I was never into the medical field. So when I was of a young age, I thought that okay, we will do engineering. But as I progressed through my age, I came into, I think, around eighth or ninth class. I found out that my interest in these socio-political issues, the subjects like law, history, civics, so all these subjects interested me a lot. Like I would have certain long discussions with my father over politics, over the state of affairs in the country today. So I thought that engineering is not my calling. It is something else. And then I researched more about the available career options. And then it struck to me that, okay, finally, law would be my final calling. And I think I made that decision in 10th itself. So that okay, in 11th, I was going to do law. So I was going to prepare for CLAT from 11th itself.
Okay. So, Karthik, when you must have been in class 11th,
Right, sir.
I mean, when you would have started your preparation, 2-3 months down the line, CLAT changed their pattern and,
Yes,
and
sir.
CLAT 2.0 was introduced. So, how did you react to that change?
Sir, it was a surprising moment. I must say that I had never expected that the pattern would change while, we were just getting accustomed to the old pattern itself. Like I was giving mocks, I was scoring quite decent in the old pattern itself. And initially, I was a bit demotivated that the pattern has changed and now we would all have to start all over again. But when I finally went through the pattern in detail, I noticed that it was in my favor because I have been a quite voracious reader since my childhood. I have been reading fiction books, non-fiction books, and I had developed a habit of newspaper reading even before class 11. Like not daily, but like weekly or fortnightly, I would tell my father to bring a newspaper like Indian Express or Hindu just to go through that newspaper so that I can get a certain idea of how newspaper reading looks like. But I didn't know that those things would finally play such a huge role in my CLAT preparation. And when I came to know of the new pattern in detail, I knew that this was certainly going to win my favor itself.
All right. So, so once you were introduced to the new pattern, I'm sure that, as you said, you had a reading habit since
Right.
childhood, and you also enjoyed I think the general knowledge part because you were into reading newspaper.
Right.
Okay. Was there any section that worried you?
Sir, actually, I think the section which I feared, but I don't know why I feared it was QT. For me, it was quantitative techniques. I mean, I was decent in that, but there was a certain feeling of always there was a feeling of fear that I would underperform in that section, which I to this date I have not been able to find out that why was that feeling. But for me, it was quantitative techniques section.
And how did you work on that?
Sir, I initially thought that firstly I have to work on my basics, like I have to go through all the formulae, all the topics that were mentioned on the CLAT Consortium website. I have to note down the formula, I have to revise them, and initially I have to look at the basic level questions of each of these topics so that I become acquainted with each one of them, and then slowly we will progress towards the advanced questions of those topics.
Okay. So, how did you perform in the QT, by the way, in the actual exam? Although there were a few errors also, but how did you find it?
Sir, my QT didn't go as I had expected. I scored 6 out of 15 in the QT section.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Let us take the English section. How did you prepare for it? As you said, you have been reading, but then any particular preparation for CLAT per se?
Sir, I think apart from reading, the part which helped me the most in the preparation of English section was my constantly giving the mocks. Like I would especially say that the CR and the RC section of the mocks was really brilliant. I must say that. Like the variety of passages, the choice of questions, they were very challenging, they were very interesting, and I really liked solving the English section. So like I used to score quite decently, but the questions which I used to get wrong, I would look at them, find out what had gone wrong, note down the general learnings and the conclusions which I could derive from them. And I used to remember those things over and over again, that at a particular question type, how I have to think, the thought process that must go in that question. Yes.
So basically, you are saying for English and critical reasoning or logical reasoning, as it is called, you trusted more on writing mocks and analyzing your mistakes.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
So when we talk about writing mocks, how many mocks would have you taken in the 2 years time?
Sir, by my rough estimate, I think for the new CLAT pattern, I must have taken around 50 to 60 mocks.
50 to 60 mocks, and you must have analyzed also.
Right, sir. I used to analyze the mock for around, I guess, 1 to 1.5 hours because I had a certain paucity of time due to my school schedule as well. So I couldn't afford to give 3 to 4 hours. So I had to do a quick analysis a comparatively quick analysis of the marks.
So many times students get confused when we say that analyze the mock. There is this question inside it, inside the students, that how to analyze the mock. So if you can give few tips on how you analyzed your mistakes and how you analyze your mocks.
Sir, I think the first thing that every one of us should keep in mind is that being honest with yourself is the first thing before analyzing anyone. Because if you will just ignore your mistakes, then it won't help you in any way. You have to be first honest that, okay, if I have to sit down to analyze a mock, I have to really look at the mistakes that I have made. So I had made a mock analysis copy for myself. I actually did it quite, a long period of time. I didn't do it at the beginning. I did it somewhere in the middle of my preparation. So I had a mock analysis copy and I had divided it into 5 sections. I had given around 2 to 3 pages each for each of the 5 sections. And whenever I used to sit down to analyze a particular section of a mock, I would firstly go through the wrong questions which I had got, and then see the rationale behind the right option, then compare it with my own thought process, how I had approached the question. And if there was any particular learning, a general learning which I could derive for that particular question type, I would just note it down in my mock analysis copy. Like there was a certain question type which I used to get wrong in the English section, especially. That was when we get a question of what do you mean by the following line, quote and quote.
Okay.
So in that question, the mistake which I used to make was that I used to only refer to that particular phrase. I didn't bother to go back to the passage. After 3 to 4 marks, I noticed that this was the mistake I was constantly making. And then I made it a note that, okay, whenever this question will come, I will go back to the passage and read that particular line and the surrounding lines, which would provide me a better context. And that certainly worked. So in this way, you have to look at each question type and you have to note down the general learnings, which you can just write it down and remember them every time before giving them out.
Right. So from what I understand, and that's what I also suggest to the students, analysis means noting down your mistakes, whether you want to note it down mentally or on Excel sheet or on notebook. I mean, it completely depends on you, but noting it down mentally is impossible. Had you not made notes of those 3 to 4 mocks, you wouldn't have ever been able to trace the common root cause of the mistake.
Absolutely.
So, wonderful.
Right.
Right. And let us talk about GK. How did you prepare for GK?
Sir, actually, although I was quite interested in the subject of GK, but from time to time, GK used to be a major challenge for me because we had to remember lots of things. We had to deeply analyze the topics themselves, and there were many topics of national importance, international importance. So at times I used to feel a kind of information overload as well. But obviously we had to do that things. And for that, I used to go topic wise. Like we get the Manthan 2.0. From that, we can know which topics of a particular month are in news. And we can just note down those topics and prepare the topic from various sources like our coaching material, from internet, whatever you feel like. The point is that you have to cover that topic in depth and make notes. I used to prefer to make handwritten notes initially, although after a certain point of time, for the major topics, which were like very analytical, like if I take an example of Quad or Israel Palestine, in particular for those topics, I made computer notes. I made notes on the Notion app. Although it is up to each and every person's choice whether they want to make handwritten notes or computer. But in my opinion, note making certainly helps you topic wise.
Great. So even in GK, you made notes. Now
Right.
Legal is remaining. I mean, how did you prepare for legal? And this year's CLAT had 4 to 5 questions that were based on prior knowledge. If somebody had prior knowledge about those passages,
Right,
it helped. So how did you prepare for legal?
Sir, the first step was to get myself acquainted with all the concepts of legal, whether it be torts, contracts, constitution law. So for that, the books which were given to us, the online classes which we attended, they certainly helped us in building our basic concepts. And after that, when especially the CLAT pattern changed, like we had to read long passages of legal. For that, I used to go on the internet, visit websites like Live Law, Bar and Bench, and read around different articles so as to get myself acquainted with the legal language used in those particular articles and those particular passages. And finally, you can just practice your study material, give mocks, analyze your mistakes, and it will all go fine.
Great. So, Karthik, this phase comes in everybody's preparation, as far as I know. There will be a phase when you feel like I'm getting stuck, my marks are not increasing, or maybe even we get demotivated that
Right,
okay,
sir.
I will not do well in the exam. Was such phase there in your preparation also?
Yes, sir. At certain points of time, for example, when I could not make a balance between my school and my CLAT prep, or when at certain points when I would continuously score comparatively lower in a series of mocks, like 2 or 3 mocks, I do not score less. At that point of time, it is quite natural to feel demotivated. But for me, my family support, the love which my parents provided me, the belief which they had, it certainly helped me to a great extent. So it is very important.
Very important, because in everybody's preparation phase these kind of things happen, low points do
Right, sir.
come, and you have to overcome. You need to have a support system in place, maybe parents, maybe friends,
Right, sir.
maybe mentors. There has to be someone who needs to support you, and that is why the role of the support system becomes very important.
Right,
Okay.
sir.
So Karthik, if you have to give few suggestions to the aspirants, 2 3 important suggestions which you feel that you must have seen your own batchmates also, the kind of mistakes that a normal student commit, your batchmates would have committed, and when you prepare, you know that this is something that they should not do, but despite that 80% people do that. So
Right.
those 2 3 important tips that you believe that was the differentiator between you and maybe the rest of the people.
So firstly, reading speed and the ability to comprehend matters a lot. I think this certainly helped me crack CLAT with such a good rank. Like I was during the exam itself, CLAT exam, I was quite comfortable with all the 3 reading sections because I had developed a certain reading speed. I had developed the ability to comprehend such long passages, and I would certainly suggest to all aspirants to try reading from as many sources as possible. Try reading a variety of passages, fiction, non-fiction. Go to different websites, read your newspapers. I mean, whatever things you can get your hands on, please try to read as much as you can. And secondly, don't ignore GK. GK can be the deciding factor in the exam, and prepare for it with good intention. Like you just can't prepare like, okay, I have to prepare for an exam. Prepare because general knowledge is knowledge, and knowledge never goes waste. Whether or not, like I was talking to my parents the other day after the result, I was joking to them that I feel like I have become an expert in the Middle East politics. Like I had read so much about Israel Palestine, I had read about the Yemen war. I had read about all those things that I have acquired a certain knowledge, and now I have interest in those things. I can read more about them in the future. I can read books around them. So it certainly helps you. General knowledge is a lifelong journey. It's not just limited to class. So we have to prepare with that intention in mind. And apart from that, knowing yourself, being honest with yourself, and trusting yourself certainly plays a right role. Even if you want to do a certain thing, but you are not able to do, just trust that on the final day, you will surely be able to do that thing. Like I was always wishing to get the lowest negative marking I can. And in the mocks, I used to get a negative marking of around -5 or -6. And sometimes it even went up to 7, 8 negative marking. But I knew that I had to do that in the exam. And I trusted that if I have noted down my mistakes, if I will go through them before the exam, then it would certainly help me. And finally, in the main CLAT exam, my accuracy was, I think, the best I have ever given.
Wow. So what was your accuracy?
Sir, I got a negative marking of just -3.5. I attempted 130 questions and I got only 14 wrong.
Wow, that is wonderful. So almost 90% accuracy.
Yes, sir.
That is really great. And to all the viewers, they need to understand that you will commit mistakes.
Yes.
Whatever level of preparation you achieve, you will commit mistake. I usually say that if you attempt 120, 125 question, 80% accuracy is good. And Karthik has achieved 90%. That is exceptionally good.
Right.
Right. So when you say, Karthik, knowing yourself, I think people can know themselves only if they write mocks. Only that is the
Right,
only
sir.
way to know. So 3 things, that is reading, don't not ignoring GK, and knowing yourself through mocks, I believe.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Now let me ask you one question. how did CL ecosystem help you? When I say ecosystem, I am talking about everything: your online classes, your aspiration account, your expert classes, the Telegram, different Telegram channels of different faculty. I mean, two, three good things that you liked about it, or how the system helped you.
Sir, actually, being in a good ecosystem certainly plays a very big role. You see different people, you see your batchmates, you see your mentors doing certain great things. You learn from them. You are inspired from them. You learn from their mistakes as well as their achievements. So it certainly creates a positive mindset in you that you have to develop a certain sort of positive competition, a competitive spirit in you so as to succeed in the exam. And obviously the classes, the online classes, the mock tests, the mentoring provided by our teachers, it certainly helps a long way. And I cannot overstate it. It is absolutely important to have a perfect ecosystem.
Right. You can be honest about this one. Who is your favorite teacher? I mean, you joined the online program, I think, Delhi online classes.
Sir, actually, I had joined the LSP SPAN online classes, and I think our classes were taken by the main teachers from Delhi itself.
Yeah. So any teacher that you will like to name, not as a favorite, but maybe who has influenced, whatever way. I mean, if you have
I would
anyone in
say
mind.
Suhasini ma'am.
Suhasini, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Karthik. Another thing that I will like to know, and you can again be honest about this. Any feedback for us wherein we can work more or improve more? Any particular suggestion you have?
I had not actually thought about that.
I think then we are almost perfect as per your expectation.
Right, sir.
So thank you so much. But if you have anything in mind, you can always drop mail to us. We will certainly we will look to improve on things if we lack on anything. And Karthik, it has been a wonderful chat with you. I really wish you all the best. Your college might be starting shortly, maybe within week or two's time. So I'm sure you must be putting NLS Bangalore as the top priority.
Right, sir. It has been my dream. Yes, sir, I gave the A-Level.
So what are you expecting there?
Sir, I calculated my score and it came to around 102. I mean, it was a surprisingly easy mock.
It was absolutely this year.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm sure you will make it there also, but it is good for others because the one seat you will take NLS Bangalore and the waiting list movement will be up by one.
Right, sir.
Right. So do you have your parents around? I will like to interact with them for 2 minutes if they are okay.
Yes, sir. Just give me a minute.
So sir, जब कार्तिक का रिजल्ट आया तो क्या आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे कि उसका इतना अच्छा रैंक आएगा?
एक्सपेक्ट एक्चुअली इसने मेहनत तो बहुत की थी जी, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है जी। जब 12th का बोर्ड ने डिसाइड किया ना ICSE ने कि अब एग्जाम जो है वो नहीं होंगे जी, तो तभी उसने जैसे बहुत तेजी दिखाई थी इसमें तैयारी करने में। तो जो आपकी तरफ से गाइडेंस थी कैरियर लॉन्चर की तरफ से और जो मटेरियल प्रोवाइड किया जा रहा था उसको भी देखकर इसने बहुत ज्यादा काम किया था। रिजल्ट का था थोड़ा बहुत हो सकता है लेकिन हमें था कि करेगा कुछ ना कुछ करेगा।
बहुत अच्छा। तो सर हाउ डिड यू सेलिब्रेट? आपको जब इसका रिजल्ट आया तो कैसे सेलिब्रेट किया आप लोगों ने?
सेलिब्रेट अंदर की बात करें तो इतनी खुशी है जिसे हम शब्दों में बयान तो नहीं कर सकते।
बिल्कुल वही सेलिब्रेशन मेन होता है।
एक बात में थोड़ा था कि बैंगलोर अभी ना ये दूर नहीं गया कभी जी, इससे पहले जी, तो ये थोड़ा था लेकिन इसने मुझे बोला कि पापा हर लॉ का जो बच्चा होता है जिसने लॉ का टेस्ट देना उसका ये ड्रीम होता है कि बैंगलोर जी। तो मैंने कहा यार तेरे पे बात छोड़ी तो बस ठीक है जी बढ़िया है।
बहुत जी, आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन। एंड आई नो दैट बच्चा ऐसा अचीव करता है तो पेरेंट्स को कितना गर्व और प्राइड फील होता है।
थैंक यू सर।
आदित्य, सॉरी कार्तिक, इफ यू आर
एक बात मैं कहना चाह रहा हूँ।
जी जी सर।
मैं भी टीचर हूँ, एक मैं बात समझता हूँ, अगर गाइड बढ़िया हो ना,
जी सर,
बताने वाला बढ़िया हो
जी,
तो मॉक टेस्ट है ना, जो उसका बहुत रोल है। मॉक टेस्ट जो इसे दिए जाते हैं उसका बहुत रोल है।
और इसने 50 से ज्यादा मॉक टेस्ट दिए हैं।
जो स्पीड बनी है, इसने मॉक टेस्ट बनाई है। अपने टाइम को बिल्कुल ये वॉच रख ली सामने, उसके बाद जितना टाइम हुआ ये नहीं देखा कि टाइम में आगे ले जाऊं या पीछे ले जाऊं, बिल्कुल वही कर दिया उसको क्लोज। तो वो बढ़िया रहा उसके लिए। बाकी टीचर्स का बढ़िया रहा, मटेरियल बढ़िया रहा, तो उसके लिए हमारी तरफ से, हमारी फैमिली की तरफ से थैंक्स है आपको, क्योंकि गाइडेंस के बिना हम पे कर सकते हैं, लेकिन जो गाइड है उसने जो रोल निभाया उसकी एवज में हम कुछ नहीं दे सकते। उसकी एवज में यही है कि लॉट ऑफ थैंक्स, बहुत सा धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद सर। सो कार्तिक।
यस सर।
तो बहुत बहुत अच्छा लगा आपके फादर से बात करके। और तो I will once again wish you all the best from on behalf of entire career launcher.
Yes,
and I'm sure that आप इसी तरीके से you continue to make your parents feel proud on you.
I am also sir very happy कि आपसे बात करने का मौका मिला, because I had joined the CR Nuggets program as well, and through that program, in the group that, like in the Telegram group, you used to send the passages. So actually, they were also very extremely helpful, and I really wanted to meet Sir Siddharth also.
Okay. So you are part of CR Nuggets program?
Sir, actually, I joined the Telegram group.
Telegram channel that the
Telegram
Sunday
channel.
I send the passages.
Right.
So it gives me immense pleasure that maybe in whatever little small way I was able to contribute to your success. But you know, it's wonderful to talk to you, and thank you very much for taking out your time.
Thank you so much, sir. Right. Hope to meet you soon in person, sir.
Right. Sure. Okay.
Okay.